Um, Probably more bad news, but moving on to the next topic of the night, The Last of Us. Are you up to date with the show?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
What like I think the last episode we spoke about was episode three, maybe? I can't remember. It was the one after the Joel episode, yeah. So I think it was episode three. So we haven't sat down and spoke live for episode 4 and 5. So kind of, again, I'm not going to ask you specific questions about episode 4 because it kind of just all blends into one shitstorm. But what are you thinking of the show? Like, how, are you liking it? Again, for anyone
Uh
who might be tuning in for the first time, you only just played the second game, so that's very fresh in your mind as well. So, how do you think that they're doing comparing the two? Do you like the differences? Do you dislike the differences?
I highly dislike the differences. But at the same time,
Same.
I know why, and it's mainly because they just did not. I don't know, they didn't think about the design and implications of Ellie's journey in accordance to like a show when
Yeah.
they made the game. Like the game was made without the notion that we were going to watch it as like a show.
Oh yeah.
And so when you go through the game as Ellie, it's just Ellie. It's really just Ellie, and like after like Nora or Dina, sorry. Dina is around, but
Yeah.
like only for a while, and then eventually you leave her at the
Yeah.
theater, and then
Yeah. Yeah.
Ellie just does her own thing. And in this case, they decided, okay, well,
Dina
we
needs
need
to
to
be
figure
part
out
of the
what to,
story.
yeah, because if we don't, then we kind of,
We can't have her finger in the theater. Then it doesn't make sense. Then.
well, like not even that. Like it's just, it's hard to say. What I'm trying to say is like, there's nothing in the show to let Ellie be Ellie on her own. You have to have
Yeah.
someone piggybacking her the entire time, and that's what they're doing with that. That's why Jesse showed up so soon. That's why you haven't really heard anything from Tommy. That's why in the sense that like Tommy goes out in the original game, like that makes sense. So you're going out there, you're gonna help Tommy, you're also like planning on finding Abby. And so like it doesn't feel like you're trying to find Abby right now. It just feels like you're trying to tell a story about everyone else and then like make Ellie feel like she's going to be a dad and then finger fuck her friend and then like that's it. Like it's
Oh,
so
this
fucking weird.
It's so bizarre, bro. Like the motivations aren't there properly. Like in the game, for anyone who hasn't played the game, who might be listening to this or watching a replay or whatever, in the game, Tommy leaves straight away after Joel dies because he was there. Tommy was there when this all happened. He watched Joel die. So it's like he is just filled with rage, and it's him who's like, I'm going after these fuckers. So like his wife Maria tells them, please don't go, whatever, and then he just goes. And then it's like she goes to Ellie and it's like, Tommy's gone, you gotta go after him. And then that's the mission. Like, you're going out, you're trying to get Tommy. And then when you arrive in Seattle, you hear like commotion happening. You hear them on the radio. He's down by the fucking the aquarium or whatever. And then you're like, oh shit, we're chasing Tommy. We're trying to catch up to Tommy. Whereas in the show, it's like they're out on their own. Like they're the first ones to arrive. So it's like, what's the? I know, like, I know that the end goal is Abby, but it's like, what's the motivation for them to be out rummaging around right now? Like, why are they doing what they're doing? Like, because it feels like again, like Seattle's a big place. I presume I've never been there, but I presume it's a big place. Like this looks like a giant city. Two little girls aren't just going to walk into this city and take it over. Like it's ridiculous to think that that would happen. Whereas in the game, they're going there for a sole purpose to actually get to Tommy and help Tommy achieve
Right.
that task. Like so, there's a reason for it. And then the whole idea of the Dina dynamic in the game is that Ellie's so far gone, like, and Dean is there to try and bring her back. Whereas in this one, I actually like the actress who plays Dina. I think she's great. I prefer Dina's character in the show, but I don't like how dependent Ellie is on her in the show. I think in the show, she's like she needs to be at her side because the two of them need to work off each other for the comedy reasons, for the love interest, for everything, right? It needs to be the
Right.
two of them together. Whereas in the game, you leave her in the theater because you find out she's pregnant, and it's like, you're not coming out with me because Ellie's the strong one. Ellie's like the one on a mission. She's the one who's laser focused on getting this to these guys and doing all this shit.
Yep.
Whereas in the game, Dina's the one who's like trying to just bring her back to reality and trying to get her to calm down and just trying to get her to grieve. Whereas in this, there's none of that, and it just it doesn't work. It doesn't feel proper. So for that, like, I kind of hate it. I hated how Jesse just showed up to save the day, and it's like it was just so shit. It was terrible writing. It was just like when I saw it happening, I was like, "There's no way this is actually just Jesse here, is it? Like, no way Jesse's walking up to them right now." I thought maybe like one of the wolf like soldiers was just going to save them because they were like obviously getting surrounded by infected. And I think whether you're an enemy or not, I think at a certain point it has to be humanity versus the infected. And I think if there was two little girls stuck in a warehouse, I don't really care if they're on my team or not. I think we need to help them, and that's where I
Yeah.
thought that scene was going, because that would have been logical. It would have made sense. And it's like the hand comes out and it's fucking Jesse, and I was like, oh my god! It's like, how the fuck did Jesse find them in that little warehouse? And like, it just didn't make any sense. And then Jesse says the line, it's like, oh yeah, I went to the theater and I found all your plans. And it's like, how did you find the theater? How did you know they were even there? How did you find the plans? How did you read them real quick? How are you here so fast? Like, all of it just seemed so stupid. Like a 12-year-old probably, it feels like a 12-year-old read the script. Like, it just was like, Jesse to save the day. It felt so bad, man. Like in the game, again, I hate going back to the game, but like the game do so much of the story so much better. In the game, you're running around as Ellie the whole time. Dina's safe, and you hear like over the radio, you're like, shots fired. He's attacking this team here. Blah blah blah. Ellie's trying to catch up to the fight, and then you think, okay, here he is. We're gonna find Tommy, and then it turns out it's Jesse, and you're like, oh shit, okay, Jesse's here too. That makes more sense. It's like, okay, you're following the radio signals and all, you're hearing the gunfire in the distance. It's giving you a purpose to go there. Like it feels plausible. It feels realistic. Whereas in the show, it just where if am I right, they're about to go into the hospital, I think, when they find Jesse, isn't it? Is that where they get all the, or where I can't remember
No,
exactly where
no,
they
no, no.
were, but they were
They're
in.
so like Dina's in the theater the entire time. Jesse doesn't appear until Ellie gets overwhelmed in the
Oh, no,
neighborhood.
I mean in the show, sorry, not the game.
Oh yeah, yeah. They go like they're like, I think they're trying to traverse through the area, and they get caught like in some sort of store or whatever. Like I can't even remember where the fuck they went because it was so unmemorable.
Yeah, yeah,
It's just it just didn't matter to me. I was like, oh fucking, who cares? And I shouldn't feel that way. Like it should be pretty similar to what you feel in the game at the very least. Like to kind of have this thought of like, like, oh shit, they're about to die. It's like I really don't care, because like the fucked up thing is like I don't care and I
yeah,
want to,
yeah,
because yeah, like genuinely those people are like we're about to die. But when you see the way that the choreography, I would say, like in terms of the combat and the movement and the firing of the weapons, did you see Ellie just fucking like she flick shot? She flick shot. She's like, I was like, what? You can't do that. That's stupid. You're
yeah.
not gonna hit shit.
Bro, she's like 5'1" and she's like choking unconscious 250 pounds, 6'4" men. Like that's the least unbelievable thing
Where's
that she's
her
doing in this
knife?
show, bro.
Where's her knife?
It's crazy, dude. Like there's
Like that's
just
why Ellie has the knife. So
yeah,
that she can take down 250-pound people. It doesn't matter
yeah,
if you're 2, 3, 400 pounds. You get stuck in the neck with a knife, you're fucking done.
yeah. No, she's like doing like jujitsu on these guys and like trying to take them down with one hand and stuff. And it's just like that is just so unbelievable. It's not even funny. Like they could just like literally just throw her away. Like, yeah, it's just I don't know, man. There's a lot crumbling in the show. Like I really liked Bella in season one. I thought she did a great job of playing a young version of Ellie. I had no problems at all. I know there's a lot of people bullying her online and making memes about her looks and stuff. I don't give a shit what Ellie looks like. I've never like thought about Ellie in that way as a character. So I don't need her to be a good looking actress. I don't care about that. I just want her to portray the character of Ellie good. And I think she did a great job in season one. There was a lot of speculation on the casting when it happened. People are like, why the fuck did they choose her? And after you watch season one, I was like, yeah, it makes sense. She's a good Ellie. But season two, I don't think she's doing a great job this season. I don't know if it's just that the character's so dark and so physical and meant to be so like menacing and a proper leader and a terrifying like character. Like all these people, as you're roaming through Seattle in the game, you're like a fucking horror story. You're like a boogeyman going through the play. Like people are like, oh my god, is she here? Like what like people are afraid that you're gonna
Yeah, it's
come
like
upon them.
she's
You're like,
become a legend.
yeah, you're like Batman. Like people are like people in Gotham are afraid of you. Like like that's the way it comes across in the game. And like I'm just laughing at like just Bella's portrayal of this because it's just like it's not believable in the slightest. Um, and just the way that they're trying to do some of the bits of her sneaking around and the bit where they like all the hanging bodies and like it just cuts to her like walking up the steps and it's like how did no one see her and all it's not working. Like it works in the game because you're playing it, you're doing the sneaking around and all, you feel intense and all this stuff. It works in the game, but I just don't think it's transferring to the screen properly. I think season one worked a lot better. This season is just it's not doing the same. Like the viewership is way down. I think like the normie fans who didn't play the games are so pissed off at the death of Joel. Like it's like I understand. I do. I get it. I think we made a prediction or like a kind of theory that we were saying couple of weeks before the show came out that like maybe they should like try and rearrange the story so that Joel maybe dies at the end of the season so that it's like at least you get that strong viewership for the entire second season and we get time to kind of cement the idea in of Ellie being you know a grown up character and a stronger character and stuff and then maybe take Joel away. But I like I don't think that she can lead the show by herself, and like the numbers are speaking for themselves. If you go and look at the ratings for each of these episodes, it's down, down, down. It's way down, and like I can't even. I shouldn't be saying this, but I torrent the episodes because I don't have HBO in this country, and I'm finding it difficult to get like a good copy of the episodes when they come out, and that's a real teller for me that no one's watching it. Because if the fucking people aren't even like ripping it and putting it up online, like there's no one there to do it. So there's like the people aren't even able to like share it. So it's rough, man. It's rough. Like I want to stay with the show. Like I think when I'm watching it live, I'm having more fun than when I let it settle and think about it. Like I think as a
Mhm.
just kind of like direct kind of reaction as I'm watching it, I'm kind of like, yeah, this isn't too bad. Like the bit where she was like chasing your one through the hospital, like it was an exact replica of the game. And she's like beating her with the pole and everything like that. And they introduced the spores and all. And I'm like, okay, this is kind of cool. This is pretty cool. And then, but then when you're just like thinking about it after, I don't know, it just doesn't have that kind of after effect or something like, I don't know. Like the show just doesn't, the more I think about it, the more I dislike it, the more I'm like when I'm starting to break it down and do my comparisons to the game and everything, I'm just like, this just isn't it. Like, and it's, what's really rough about it is it's the same guys who made the game that are making the show, and it's like there was a lot of controversy about this game when it came out in 2018, and it's like you think they would learn from the mistakes and try and do it better, but if this is them trying to do that, they're doing it even worse. So it's really really tough, man. As a big fan of the games and everything, like I'm finding it tough this season. I'm gonna stick with it, of course, and if they do the way I feel like it's going now, I think there's only 7 episodes total, so I think we have like maybe 3 left now. And realistically, what's going to happen in the next 3 episodes? Like again, spoilers for the game, but you get to a point in the game where Ellie does something pretty drastic, and then it switches to the Abby side, and you kind of see Abby's side of the story. So I'm gonna guess that the season ends kind of where Ellie's story first ends before we do the big flip over. And then the next season's going to be about Abby, like, and like, how good is that going to be? Like, I'll watch it, of course, but as a normal fan, are you going to like sit there and go through like season 3 where it's like, Jesus, like this now Ellie's not even in the show?
Well, I mean, the way that they're doing it right now, it's giving nothing of like it gives nothing of wonder. Like it gives you no curiosity, nothing whatsoever.
Yeah.
And the point where it shot itself and like basically murdered its own plot was when Nora told Ellie what Joel did and who he killed. And
Yeah.
that was like the worst thing you could do in any sort of fucking story. The worst thing you can do is give away the story.
Yeah.
It that doesn't happen. She doesn't know who Joel killed.
Is it Abby that
She
reveals that to her in the game? I can't remember.
The story reveals it.
Yeah.
The story from Abby's side reveals it. She doesn't say shit.
So does
It's
Ellie
the
in the game
story.
never know? Ellie never knows.
No, she knows. It's told in the story.
But how does Ellie find out in the game?
Oh, yeah, you're talking about in the game. Like
Yeah.
no, she doesn't know.
She never knows. Yeah. Sorry, I
No.
don't remember. I haven't played it in a while.
Yeah, no.
Um. Yeah. Like, oh, bro, it's tough. It is. It's tough because I know, like in the game, the reason why they're fighting is that she knows, or she like she gets the there's the like there's the it's indicated that she knows that he's lying about something, and you're kind of obviously what he's lying about, but she doesn't know, and that's kind of the intrigue. Whereas in this, it's just so spoon fed to you the entire story, and even to the characters, that it's just it doesn't feel like it's a journey. It's a journey worth taking. You know, as a viewer, like it doesn't feel like what are we watching this for? You know what I mean? Like I it just feels so unbelievable. And again, as I say, I'm a massive fan. I'm going to be watching it either way, whether it go like nosedives and burns. I'll still be watching it. But yeah, man, it's a rough one. It's a rough one.
Yeah.
Hey guys, this is Finto. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you're new to the channel, please hit subscribe and like, and let us know in the comments what you think below. See you in the next one. Bye bye.